Hello, Martin, and thank you very much for agreeing to show us around the new look West Bridgford branch today.
That's okay, Chris. Hello to you. Yes, welcome to the new West Bridgford branch. Let me show you around. Right, okay, welcome. So I don't know if any of you can remember at all the old branch, but this is very much, it's been radically changed. The counter used to be very much at the back of the branch, so way away from the customer entrance. Now it's been redesigned very customer friendly. So we have these pods. So we have 2 pod positions at West Bridgford. These are open plan. The lighting at the bottom, you can change that as well. So if you're doing any sort of theme, so for instance, if you're doing something like a Macmillan coffee morning, you can change the colour accordingly. Thank you, Sophie, to any colour that you wish, really. So it's really quite interactive. It's very open plan environment here as well. So really sort of customer friendly and very welcoming. I'll just walk you through to other parts of the branch. So we've got now, this is brand new, this is the communal area. So at the moment we've got the TV on there, but you can have radio stations on there. You could project podcasts, do presentations, etc. But there's a really nice seating area here for the customers to sort of relax before they're taken into appointments or while they're waiting for their partners while they're being served. Again, we've got the chair areas now. So depending on the customer's preference, they can either stand at the pod or they can take a seat. So it really sort of changes the whole atmosphere in which the transaction takes place as well. The signage, so really distinctive at night, really sort of shows our branding to its full potential. And then we've got the communal area again. All these posters are set up. We were asked in terms of local landmarks, etc. So you very much, it is a very interactive process in terms of what that looks like and your impact on that. I'll take you through to the rooms now. So there are 3 rooms at West Bridgford. So all these rooms are named and the branch actually came up with the name. So we've got the Avenue and then the admin area. Another one, Trent Bridge, locally themed. And then I won't take you through to the back, Chris, because the door is locked there. But again, we have another nod room there. Now, with the refurb, they do have 2 nod rooms that are set up. So it does double the capacity on a normal branch in terms of the facilities that we have available.
Thank you, Martin. Yeah, that looks absolutely fantastic. It looks really modern and fresh. It's been, a real team effort across the society, hasn't it, to pull it together in such a quick, efficient time period. And I know that you're really pleased and proud that your team there at the branch have been able to input into the process.
Absolutely, yeah. So the branch was closed for just under 2 weeks. Tim and the premises team got the branch involved very early doors. So we saw the plans and we were able to shape those. So we altered various things. So I've had 2 branches done now within my area. Woolerton branch, we had a store cupboard, which we didn't think we were going to really use. So actually, we got rid of that. And what we were able to do was make the kitchen a lot bigger. So it meant that the staff, when they go for the break now, can actually sit in there rather than having to have the lunch in an interview room. But we also changed the dynamics of where we had the poster site, the signage, etc., the position of the pods. So it is very, very interactive, and you get a lot of opportunity to influence the plans and what the shape of the branch looks like, because really no one knows the branch better than the actual teams themselves. So it is very much an inclusive process. The name of the rooms, like I said, the local landmarks, it's all down to the staff to decide exactly what that looks like.
Yeah, and of course, we'll come to the benefits for the members in a short period of time, but, we've got nothing without kind of happy staff who can lead those conversations with our members. It's really important to us that our employees are engaged. So it's been great to have them idea generating and part of the process, but also they now have this wonderful environment to work in.
They do, yeah. West Bridgford town is very much a high net worth customer base, and this branch now has got the premises to represent that customer base. So the biggest thing I would say is the layout of the branch is the biggest changed, but also it's very light and airy. So it's a much more welcoming, a much more warm environment. And the feedback that we've had from members so far has been really, really positive about the whole layout and setup of the branch.
You touched on the community piece. You showed us the meeting rooms with the locally themed names. It's been really important to us, hasn't it, to keep those community roots at the heart of the modernisation?
Yeah, like I say, all the branches that do get a refurb, it's up to them whether they name the rooms. My branches definitely did want to have that local theme, and it just is that local connection, that connectivity that you can get with the members as well. So I think it's important that we sort of keep our local roots at the heart of everything that we do.
You mentioned the nod rooms, Martin, which for anyone that doesn't know is Nottingham On Demand, and gives us the potential or the ability to offer mortgage advice from across the whole of market in branch. Obviously, at the moment, facilities like that are a little bit difficult to provide because of the COVID situation. But obviously, what we wanted to factor in here was short, medium, and long term as well.
Yeah, and what it does do, even though we are in a COVID situation at the moment, it gives us that capacity to offer remote appointments. So what it does mean is that we can support other branches in terms of offering that remote service. So if a branch hasn't got a CSC for that particular day, with having multiple nod availability within the branch, it means we can use those rooms accordingly and offer that remote appointment. And more customers we are finding are taking up that service. So it means we can also do the appointment in a very COVID friendly way as well.
Yeah, and the COVID friendly factor, we're hoping it won't be for too much longer, but it's here with us for a little while longer. And we've had to factor that in, and there's lots of safety measures in place to ensure our members are safe when they come into the branch.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got, I don't know if you saw it when we actually entered the branch, but there's actually a sanitisation station. They have got all the screens up on the pods as well, which they can be removed when the COVID situation does sort of disappear, hopefully sometime in the new year. So it is very much a temporary situation that we've got on the pods, but they can be altered as and when the environment improves with the COVID situation.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit about feedback so far from colleagues and members alike. What have people been saying about the new look?
So colleagues absolutely love it because it is just so bright, it's so airy, it's just so new and fresh. It's warm, it's friendly, it's approachable. The customer feedback has been really, really positive as well. They like the fact that they can sit at the pods, they like the fact that there's the seating area that they can sit down and check their accounts. It just is a real relaxed environment, really. It's a lot more welcoming, it's a lot more warm than what we've had previously. And like I say, it just really fits the town that we're operating in now.
Yeah, and of course, we've made no secret about the fact that we're looking to develop all the time in the digital space, because that's a really important area in 2020 and 2021. However, this shows as well that aligned to those ideas for the digital space, that we're absolutely committed to the high street as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is very, very modern. It is not like the traditional bandit screens, etc. What it does mean as well, you can really hear the customer, and that's another reason why in the communal area we have the TV, which is either having music playing or the BBC News channel, because it's a bit of background noise. So it does create that privacy for the members, even when they're stood at the pod. And and this is quite a busy branch, so quite often you will have people waiting in the banking hall, but you're still giving the member that privacy in terms of that one-to-one attention, so that others can't overhear their transaction. So that's a key to sort of setting the theme within the branch as well, and the atmosphere.
Yeah, and just finally, without wanting to sort of linger on the point, but I think it's the most important part of our work to a certain extent, that member conversation, that ability that we have to help people plan, protect and save for the future. When you have an environment like this, tell me how for your teams, this benefits those conversations, how it really impacts on understanding the bespoke nature of what people are trying to achieve with their financial goals.
I think it just sets the atmosphere right. So the customers, particularly with the fact that now they can sit at the pods, like I said earlier, it does change the whole demographic of the transaction. So it becomes more of a two-way conversation. So it's a lot easier to get to know your members and what's important to them. And then we can conduct that next stage appointment, meeting, whatever you want to call it, in the environment that suits them. So we can take them over to the communal area, we can take them into one of the private interview rooms, or we could even carry it on to a certain degree in the pod. So we've got that flexibility now to transact with the customer and understand their needs in an environment that suits them really to their particular circumstances, which is absolutely great.
Yeah, and great to provide that flexibility and choice as well, dependent on circumstances. All that remains, Martin, is to say thank you very much for showing us around today. We hope to see you soon, and if you could show us out, that'd be fantastic.
I will indeed. Okay, yeah, thanks very much, Chris. Let me just show you out the branch.